only cares about your story, but cares about you. Please reach out today. Thomas P. Murphy once said, "Minutes are worth more than money. Spend them wisely." At Minutes Wisely, we take that to heart. Our mission is to decrease veteran suicide by providing life changing experiences for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. We believe that we can make a lasting impact by rekindling a sense of purpose and fostering community through sponsored tickets to sporting events. These experiences are not just about the game, they're about the moments that can change lives. A simple sporting event can boost joy and instill a sense of renewed hope and purpose for those who have served. Join us in making a difference. Become a moment maker and empower a veteran with rediscovered hope. Visit minuteswisely.com for more information and to get involved. Together, we can make every moment count.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing?
Good.
Yo, yo.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of MBR. Started, I just want a friendly reminder if you're in the Middle Tennessee area, and if you're a veteran, first responder, or a Gold Star family member, we have the event for you. June 22nd, Nashville Sounds are playing the Chicago Cubs AAA team, and we have free tickets for you, and we're going to buy you dinner. So hit us up if you want to go.
That's dope.
Yes,
Awesome.
we're pretty excited about it. And then I think a couple days after that, we have a group of guys going scuba diving. I think, if I remember correctly, Josh here might be on that trip
I am for now.
for now. Yeah, unless something changes. But could be we got some good stuff going. 9/11, the second annual Corporal Diaz Memorial Golf Scramble, which was our biggest fundraiser last year, is back on. As everyone knows, we had to take a few months off of fundraising. This is our very first. I didn't want to let that one slide because it was so much fun. Last year was our first one, and people were literally stopping me after the fact in the parking lot, saying how much fun people had, and they were saying like this is the best golf outing we've ever been on, and it was our very first go. So for people to stop and give us that kind of compliment was amazing. So I could only expect it to get bigger and better every year. So 9/11, if you like to golf, come on, check us out. But other than that, man, let's talk some sports. So Caitlin Clark, she's on the injury list. Uh, and then Angel Reese and company were playing with the Indiana Fever. Were they? I think they were in Chicago yesterday, right?
I think it was Chicago.
Yeah, they were in Chicago, and man, Angel Reese is just the dud. Even without Caitlin Clark there, all the hype and everything that follows those two around. What a dud! She had 4 points, 12 rebounds, but which is par for the course because she just stands into the basket, pretty much grabs her own missed shots, and
Yeah.
like I said before the show, the outfit that she rolled up in, like if you're gonna dress like that, act like this, man, you better be dropping like 20 to 30 points a game, not just roll up and drop four because that's freaking embarrassing, man. You rolled up
Yeah,
like
I don't even know why people are talking about her. She's irrelevant.
Yep.
because the way she acts, but I don't know.
You know, like why even give her time? Like she's not good at basketball. Like she acts like that so people will talk about her, and that's what we're like
But as
name
far
another WNBA player that scores 4 points. Like who cares?
Yeah. She's basically I think they call that a work in wrestling. That's what she is. She's a personality at this point. She's
Right.
a snake that eats her own tail. She makes terrible shots and gets her own rebounds, shoots 30%. Like we don't talk about anyone in the NBA that scores like that. It's a personality.
we talk about Bronny, she's like the Bronny of the league.
I think that
I,
she gets talked about more than Bronny.
I would say
Yeah,
she's kind of
probably.
like Draymond Green.
Yeah.
Draymond Green. Draymond Green's a hell of a defensive player. You know, he's not.
At least Draymond Green was good at one point.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't even think Reese was good in college. Like, she was surrounded by other good players that made her good.
She was never good.
Yeah, she had Flo and some other people over there that are just phenomenal that just made her – she could camp under the basket and look good.
She jumped on the coattail of Caitlin Clark.
She really did.
She saw an opportunity and she created a rivalry.
Yeah.
But she's not even in the same level as the Queen, though, you know.
She's not. She shouldn't be a starter.
I tell you what's funny, how stats can lie. She actually has a higher three-point percentage this year than Caitlin Clark.
She does.
Yeah.
It's because she's made 1 out of 3. But that's,
yeah, Caitlin Clark probably has 40 shots, you know.
Yeah. It's funny how stats can do that.
Yeah. The like when you watch a WNBA game, not even take these two out of it, the quality is not good.
I'm not going to throw that stone. I think that the quality is getting better. Like I think it's an unfair stone to throw. They haven't been doing it at that level as long as like everyone else, and I think that like the leaps that they're making year to year is pretty significant.
Yeah, I mean, look at pre Caitlin Clark. Like, we didn't even talk about the WNBA.
Yeah,
Deanna Taurasi is the last time I remember, and vaguely I remember Brittany Griner when she did a slam dunk at Baylor.
Yeah,
and then when I saw it on SportsCenter, I was like, "Come on!"
Yeah. That's we'll leave that off the.
Brittany Griner is just an angry person, man. Like I don't get it. She has the world in her palm of her hand, and she's just an angry person, man.
And mean, and she's mean.
Mean.
I mean,
she's aggressive. We'll call it aggressive. She's very aggressive.
But like, how you still hating on this country when this country freed your dumb ass? Like it makes.
Well, and frankly, if she went to fight you, you'd have to square her up like a man, because she'd beat the shit out of you.
Oh,
yeah, I don't talk about people that can beat the shit out of me, so I'm going to leave Brittany Griner alone.
It's freaking hilarious, though. Like,
that's aggressive. There's a lot of
probably a good 265 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal right there, and I'm not trying to mess with that.
This is what I'm saying. We better just keep her name out of our mouths.
Yeah. Speaking of fighting, did y'all catch any of the UFC last night?
No.
Man, I can't stand man.
And so that's what I was wanting to talk about. Is like the UFC is down so bad right now. Like with John Jones doing his little game that he's doing, and it's just no one cares. And I think, just my opinion, I'm interested to see what y'all think. I've never been hard into UFC, but I've casually enjoyed it like most people. To me, every time I try to watch it, and I tried again last night, it's so much is just on the ground positioning. And wrestling, and it's just, I'm sorry, like I know that BJJ enthusiasts love it and everything else. Like, it's just, as a fan, it's not fun to watch. I'd rather watch like the bare knuckle fighting championship and things like that, where they're actually slugging it out.
Yeah, and I don't know, like I'm a casual I was a big WWF guy when I was a kid, right? So I've always like leaned towards that a little bit, but I can't watch it because I don't know what I'm watching. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, these dudes are rolling around on the ground, and they're the best in the world, but I don't know what they're doing, right? Like, I want to see them stand face to face and punch each other like the girls do. That's interesting to me.
Oh, the girls' fights are better than the guys.
This is what I'm saying. They don't block. They just stand there and let each other, pound each other's faces in. And that one girl, that white girl that wears the braids, the different colored braids, and she's an animal.
Bro, and that's what I love watching, but it seems like every time I tune in, it's one of these guys from Dagestan that they take the fight to the ground, and now I'm watching hand positions and like guard and little tiny shots just to get points, and I'm like, this sucks, man. I'd rather watch reruns of Brooklyn Nine-Nine than this.
Yeah. And it's expensive too, isn't it, to buy the pay-per-view? And it's like
$100.
it's like every week too. You know, they got one every week. Like it's a saturated.
And that's the great. In my opinion, as a casual fan, they've never had less names than they do right now, and they're pumping out pay-per-views every single week.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it used to be, Cain Velasquez and all these. It's just Tito Ortiz, just so many names. I can't even name them all. And now, like, I can barely name you 4 UFC fighters.
Yeah, I agree.
The reason why I don't watch it is the opposite of the reason why Josh watches it, because I can't stomach that shit, and his entire career is around blood. I watched this one fight, and this was years ago. This dude literally had it was like somebody turned the faucet on his eyeball. It's like a solid stream of blood was just shooting out. I'm like, oh my God.
Don't watch the bare knuckle fighting, because it is brutal.
There was that one fight that dude got his eye taken out of his socket. It was like hanging out the.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not trying to watch that.
Yeah, and then it's expensive. Like, I don't know who can afford this with all the other streaming services, and I don't know, man.
Yes,
it's gotten completely out of hand. But it helps to not watch it, because it's just not interested. It seems like Dana White can't get out of his own way, his ego. Like, people enjoyed watching Francis Ngannou because Francis would actually stand there and throw. And because Dana hates paying his fighters, he let Francis get out of there when he could have really cashed in on a Francis and John Jones match that everyone wanted to see. And now we're just pretending that we want to see Tom Aspinall and John Jones, when really no one really cares.
Yeah, but people still buy it. Like, they wouldn't do it if they weren't buying it.
If someone had the money to change it and to really put another product out there, I think it could be challenged, because it's just getting worse and worse. If someone, which is kind of like what Jake Paul is trying to do in a way, but if someone could, and there's like a way that you could morph it into a, somewhat of a Muay Thai, like maybe you give the best of both worlds. Round 1 is stand up. Round 2, you can go to the ground. Round 3 is back to stand up. And now all the fans get everything that they want, and it forces people to be more well-rounded. I tune in for that. If I guarantee I'm getting one match of stand-up fighting, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Idea.
I still won't watch. Not to mention, okay, so I don't like blood and gore and all that crap. And also, it's always on at like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it's on late.
It's always late. They have like 15 fights beforehand.
That too. If you don't like blood and gore, then please don't watch my Atlanta Braves right now.
Getting beat up, man.
It's not good.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I thought Spencer Strider and Ronald Acuna coming back, I thought it was, Jesus, this is a tough time. On the good side of things, maybe Detroit can plunder the Braves, because we're definitely going to be sellers at the market, like when it opens up.
That would be nice. Yes, nice segue, because I've been saying this for a long time, man. Detroit needs some damn bats. And Eric's like, no, they don't. We're good.
No, I didn't say
Atlanta
that.
has a lot of
trade. We're not trading. We need to buy, not sell.
Yeah, but Atlanta has a lot of good players with good contracts that are.
We got to buy.
Yeah. You could get Sean Murphy, a premier catcher who's having a resurgence, and he's on a decent contract.
Yeah, we're all right with catch. This Dingler kid's nice.
Oh,
he's
man,
really nice.
Catch, DH gives. It's good to have two catchers. I think the Braves have shown that.
Two catchers. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of those positions. But I think that personally, I think Michael Harris could be had. I think he could. I think Ozzie Albies could be had. I honestly think everyone but Ronald Acuna and Schuster are probably off limits. You could probably even get Austin Riley for the right price. It would be a Mark Teixeira price. Yeah, it'd be the Mark Teixeira price when the Braves traded everyone. Jared Saltalamacchia, Elvis Andrews, Neftali Police, and Matt Harrison just for one player on 1.5 years.
Yeah. We're close though. We're really close. Tigers. I'm not speaking Tigers.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
close. We need a bat.
No, you are. That's what like I hate when my team is close. The Braves did this in man, I think it was 3 years ago, but they'll be so close, and it infuriates me as a fan where I'm like, it's not that complicated. Like the window to win a championship is so small. Go all in. Yeah, prospects are great, but like no one's going to remember the prospect that doesn't or does hit if you win a championship. Go all in. Flags fly forever.
This is exactly what I was what I was saying the other day, and I don't know, like it seems like it's this limbo too. I was texting the group chat yesterday. I'm sick of like being good enough to where the stadium is full and us not doing anything, and then it's just a full stadium and it's annoying. The bathroom lines are long. It's 45 minutes to get a beer and take a piss. Like either go out and let's do it and win a championship, or at least try, or don't and go back to sucking so the fans will leave and then I can be in the stadium by myself again like I wasn't before.
But what I've noticed that teams do so many times, unless they're the freaking Dodgers, they'll make some trades for some player that you half know, Eric Young Jr. or something. And you're like, all right, I guess that's a good bench bat, and not like actually push all of their chips in. Who cares about the prospect if you're chasing a championship?
And not only
Trade
that,
for the name.
How many of these dudes hit? Like, yeah, I'm a big Max Clark guy, right? Like unapologetically love Max Clark. But for the right price, buy. Like let's win a championship. I don't care. You can have the whole farm system. Take it all.
Big difference between making a run and winning a championship. I think you gotta face facts. Is your team close to beating the Dodgers?
No, not even.
No.
Yeah, but are we a couple players away from it? I think so.
Yes.
No.
From
the Dodgers? No.
A couple of I'm not talking
maybe
about
like
a couple of
4 or 5. Sure. Their pitching staff, Shohei coming
4 or
back.
5?
They have 4 MVPs. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
They're all hurt.
It's nothing.
They're all
nothing
injured.
Against Detroit. It's this Los Angeles lineup. It's not.
And
No,
they still
it's
might not.
good.
They still might
I
not
think.
win.
I think the Yankees are 2 or 3 players away. I think we have a big strides to make in order to compete with them.
And it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. All I'm saying is let's put all the chips in. Like Max Clark might not hit. I can name you 50 number 1 picks that were nobodies. That just nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Dustin Ackley, like
he'll be good.
You know, like I can go down the list. It's like who cares? Like let's go in. Let's get.
When I say 1 or 2 players, I don't mean trading for like this slumping guy with a high upside or something else. I'm talking about the Tigers making 2 real trades, like 2 blockbuster trades to bolster that team. You can't tell me that 2, let's say all-stars, just all-stars, not perennial best at their position, but just all-stars, just. You can't tell me Detroit gets 2 all-stars that they're not competing with the Dodgers.
A lot of teams, though. 2 all-stars.
The Yankees.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about when I say 2 players.
Yeah, but
here's so to give you a name, because we can talk about 2 all-stars.
Yeah, so who's on the block?
Bo Bichette is a big name right now.
Bo Bichette,
about getting in Detroit. Let's go.
The problem is,
you guys weak in the middle infield.
The owner passed away. They do not do this. Like it's been years. It's been decades since the Tigers went out and did this.
I think David Price was the last.
Oh man,
wow.
Last big name.
Mr. Alex
forgot about him. That's a nice pull.
Yeah, his son just doesn't have the same mindset, man. He doesn't.
But a lot of it is Scott Harris too, being married to the money ball and the analytics and the not paying big players. It's working. Is it not working? It is, but we need a superstar.
But at some point the money ball will make you competitive. I agree. But at some point you have to go all in. And there are, if you're talking about specific names, there are some underperforming teams like the Orioles or the Red Sox that you could pilfer from. Devers is down there. They need to open up some space in Baltimore because of the young kid coming up, Clemens. like there's lots of stuff there for these underperforming teams that can be had. It's not out of this world. Not everyone's going to be a buyer at the end of the day. And just like I said, the Braves, I think that Sean Murphy, Michael Harris could both be had.
Yeah, I think. But speaking of Michael Harris, the Tigers' outfield is pretty. We don't have a lot of space out there, so I think that probably wouldn't be. We wouldn't be interested in an outfielder, but I mean,
Plus, you're
I'm
talking
just naming names.
yeah,
Spencer
yeah.
Strider.
Sean Murphy would be. I mean, we need another pitcher. 'Cause I don't
Yeah.
know. Man.
and you're talking about trades here. You know, you're not going to walk away with the same team that you walked into these trades with. Somebody's got to
And
go.
since day one, we either need to make that trade, like we can either go all in or trade Skubal, one or the other.
That's
Yeah,
a
I don't
tough
think we're.
man.
Then go all in. If you're not going all in, what's the point? Get rid of
Yeah,
Skubal.
he's the best of the best. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. It's one or the other.
And you know what really sucks is we talk about all of this, and it's going to be the Dodgers at the deadline that make the big trade for a big name.
Yeah, because
That's
they
who
don't
you're
care.
competing against.
They don't care.
That's who you're competing against.
And it's working. They're in the
They wanna
hunt
win.
every single year. And
They want to win.
for some reason, everyone else is watching it and just letting them do it instead of joining in. Bean had this much success with Moneyball, and everyone wants to emulate it. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are doing the opposite of that, and they're competitive for a championship every single year, and almost no one is, mimicking that. Well, I guess I shouldn't say the Dodgers. Really, the Yankees started that, but whatever.
And the Mets are doing it. The Mets are doing it with foolish contracts.
They're just doing it very poorly.
Yeah.
As the Mets
They're
do
trying.
everything.
They're doing their
The
best.
Mets-
They're
the
also
Mets
trying
say-
to play baseball, so we see how that works out for them.
Yeah, but they're spending. But back to what Moneyball team has ever won a championship? There's been zero.
No. The Royals.
Yeah,
They
they
got
had
lucky.
big.
That
They had
wasn't
names though.
Moneyball.
They had
That
Hosmer was a big name.
It was momentum and Moneyball.
And they
Because there
didn't
was a
have
lot
the
of
toughest road. Who did they beat that World Series?
Mets.
There you go.
But I mean, it was also like a lot of players playing above their level at the same time as a lot of Moneyball stuff going on in that, because there were some names. A really good pitcher, Chris Medlin, that had a resurgence that helped them get over the hump. As a role player in that too, and lots of little players like that. Not
Yeah,
that he's a little player, but-
they traded for Cueto at the break. That was a big name. Cueto was a big name then. And
They
that was a big-
moneyballed it. That's the
Yeah.
only team I've ever known to be able to do it. That was also
Right.
kind of a down year for baseball, in my opinion. But
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah,
to
it was.
shit on their championship.
But they won it.
Yeah.
I feel like
They
San
won it.
Francisco kind of did that.
Yeah,
I
they had
mean,
big.
they
San
didn't have
Francisco's a
any
big
big
market
contracts.
team though.
But they didn't have any
Yeah,
big
but it was a
contracts.
home-
It was a lot of young guys. It was a lot.
It was
and
a
they
homegrown,
were
like Buster
consistent.
Posey.
Mm-hmm. Tim
Yeah,
Lincecum.
you're right.
Yeah.
Matt
Yeah,
Cain,
Mad
Buster
Bomb.
Posey, Tim Lincecum.
Yeah, Mad Bomb with
No, Mad Bomb.
World Series
Yeah.
performances.
Playoff phenom. He's like the bizarro version of Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Francisco. They were.
Yeah, but out of how many? What would we name? 2 out of 20 years?
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah.
not very-
That's why I just don't get that these teams are going to sit around and let the Dodgers do it again. Like I was
It's
so
hard.
upset when they signed Ohtani. Like that just enraged me. Why some team, the Padres, the Yankees, somebody that is a
did.
big market team didn't hand over a blank check.
Everybody.
Hey,
handed
whatever
over
the
money,
Dodgers
but-
pay, we'll add $10.
Yeah, but the Dodgers did the same thing. They have more money. They just and it drives up the price too.
Well, yeah. Not only did the Dodgers get Ohtani that year, they got Yamamoto for $400 million. They got
They
Siaki.
created a culture
they
there,
don't
too, so
care.
Now they
just
get
don't
all these
care.
Japanese players.
That's the other thing is now they have like the culture in, so they don't have to
Mhm.
pay as much because people, from other places want to play there because it's already established. And that's something working against everyone else. I think San Francisco could have that too, because San Francisco has a pretty heavy Chinese population and has a lot of Asian influence. They're just not capitalizing on it.
I think they do like a
Yeah,
Korean
they
league.
have that one Kim, Hae-So Kim.
He's Korean.
Yeah, I mean you just got to get one or two guys from their homeland and then you bring the other ones, just keep coming, just like what the Dodgers did.
It seems to be working. My new mantra is just anyone but the Dodgers. Even I grew up hating the Yankees. No offense, I think it's a rite of passage for any baseball fan.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, and I have no passion towards that anymore. It's just anyone but the Dodgers. Anyone.
They haven't even really won that much. They're just annoying.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, money. I mean, there's something fluky about baseball where you can't buy a championship,
because it's an individual team sport.
Yeah,
you have to rely on your next guy. You can hit a double every single time and not get on base, or not score a run.
Yeah, and I think that baseball probably, and I know it's like not a trackable thing. I think baseball has more streaky, like momentum influence than any other sport. Because, I mean, look at Juan Soto. Juan Soto is one of the best names in baseball, and that mug can get ice cold.
Yeah, right now. Look at him now.
Yeah.
Yep. He sucks.
You had to be pretty happy to dodge that contract.
I mean, when we were all talking about it, it's one of those things where you're sitting on the fence. You're just like, man, I really want that bat in the lineup next year, but now that you're watching him play this year, you're like, wow, I'm really glad he's not in my lineup. But with Aaron Judge batting in front of you, that makes a big difference too.
Yeah, he would have seen a lot better pitches on the Yankees lineup, and I don't think that players put that into account. No, I think that they look at the dollars and cents.
I'll hit. That's what they say. I can hit anything.
Well, look at that. That contract wasn't just the ridiculous amount of money. There were ridiculous stipulations in there too. He got a suite at Citi Field. He got the number 22, the private jet for his family. Like, there was a lot of extras.
Yeah, it was worth more than what it was actually
worth. It was a rollover contract. You're just going to roll over and do whatever I want you to do, basically.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what he got. And no other team. That's where they drew the line. We'll give you the money, but we're not going to give you we're not going to roll over jets and suites and no.
But he didn't think about there's no one in the lineup to protect him. Like, I think
you're talking about $700 million. It's hard to think about.
I guess so.
People around you.
Yeah, and it's baseball. It's not like football where if you have 2 bad years, the team can cut you and they're gone. Like, this is guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can spend it.
Yeah, that city will eat him alive, though. The Mets fans are brutal. Like, look at what they did to Javi Baez. Look at what they've done to him.
Oh my God! Yeah.
So that it won't like you're gonna get hate for sure. They'll turn on their own.
Well, he went across town, so he was gonna get hate already. So now he's gonna get hate from both sides. He made that bed. He's got to sleep in it now.
Yeah, I agree. I don't feel bad for him. I mean, he can laugh all the way to the bank, really.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah,
that's true. He gets the last laugh.
Multi-million-dollars worth of laughs.
That's all right.
So, okay, can we talk about football real quick before we talk about NFL? We're very close to having a championship in Detroit. The Michigan Panthers playing in the championship game next Saturday.
What is this?
UFL?
I didn't even know that, to be honest.
Who are they playing against?
I don't even remember. I just saw it this morning pop up, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
That's funny. I'm in Detroit, and I didn't even know that. That's hilarious.
Hey, got to root for the hometown.
Yeah, be a packed Ford Field, 20,000.
Ford Field. Did you get tickets?
Of this league.
No, I don't care.
That's cool though. Not mad at it.
Yeah, there's finally a championship game in Ford Field.
They're gonna hang the banner.
They got plenty of space.
I'm sure they do. The banner, but do they take it down? Like, I didn't think when it was in the Silverdome, they didn't take the banners down. It was still up there until the league dissolved.
It's the Birmingham Stallions. So my team that I should be pulling for. Sorry, lifelong Birmingham Stallions fan here.
Yeah.
We're going to beat the Michigan Panthers. Yes.
So apparently we're all big fans. Nobody knew this game was even going on, and it's the big championship game.
We cover all sports.
That's hilarious.
We know
next,
more about the
badminton.
WNBA.
We start off with WNBA and end with UFL.
So,
Well, we can always end with talking about Aaron Rodgers' saga finally being over and him standing behind arguably, I won't call it a worse line, but definitely not a better line than the Jets, a worse run game, and probably a worse wide receiver core than the Jets.
Oh, for sure, worst wide receiver core.
Oh, yeah, that one's not arguable. For sure, a less running game. For sure, a less wide receiver core, maybe slightly better offensive line.
And he's older.
And less mobile.
Why
He's a
are
clown.
the Steelers doing this? I don't get it.
I didn't understand it either. I would have rolled with Russ for another year and drafted in the first or second round. They just had to. The only thing I can think is that they hated the talent in this year's draft.
You know what? We didn't understand the Luka trade, so maybe there's a number 1 draft pick behind it.
But is Tomlin up for that? Because he hasn't had a losing.
Maybe it saved his contract.
Like
I'm so tired of that. Such a ridiculous stat that he leans on. He's got to be one of the most overrated coaches in the league. He's flushed more talented teams that should have won a ship down the drain than any other coach. And all anyone ever says is he hasn't had a losing season.
Large facts. That's the biggest fact that's ever been on the show. Large facts.
He's made the playoffs like I think 4 of the last 5 years, and he's had a first round out in every single one of those. Like he's lost every single playoff.
I think he's lost his locker room too, and this is going to be the Aaron Rodgers thing is going to
put
make
over the edge.
Right.
Yeah, y'all know that meme of the they'll do it with different players when they're in a streak, but the Grim Reaper going door to door and killing people.
Mm-hmm.
That's Aaron Rodgers at Mike Tomlin's door right now with his sickle. And hopefully it's the end because I'm tired of hearing about Mike Tomlin. Anyone that has Big Ben, AB, and Le'Veon Bell on the same team and they didn't win a championship with that team, you're not a good coach. Say what you want. Don't care. Not a good coach.
Yeah, I mean it's just he's very good at being mediocre.
Yeah.
Really?
He's the best. He's Andy Reid before Andy Reid started winning championships.
Before he went to Kansas City.
Well, for Mahomes. If Andy Reid doesn't have Mahomes, he's not winning jack shit.
That's large facts too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
I love
That's
Andy
very
Reid.
large facts.
Yeah, I like Andy Reid, but he's not going to be known for the guy that he is.
I saw him struggle in Philadelphia, and he had Donovan McNabb, which was like an unbelievably
Ian
good quarterback. So.
T.O.
He had a Brian Westbrook
and
Brian Dawkins.
He had the Patriots, and that was the problem.
Yeah,
Andy Reid reminds me of the fat Master Chief that you just showed me.
Don't bring it up.
Yeah, so even like his commercials are stupid, man. Like, hey, give me some of them nuggies. Like, you're an idiot.
Oh yeah.
Man. Why would you agree to that?
Well, yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, Applebee's or whatever.
Same thing for that for that.
Yeah, for what they paid him for that commercial, you could get me to say some pretty stupid things too.
I mean, we come out here and say stupid shit on air all the time.
For free.
For free.
True.
That kind of money, though. Like, how much money is? When you say enough's enough, I don't know.
Never.
Keep giving me some money, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, I was about to say he'll let you know.
Yes. So, the Detroit Lions, man, like, is the window shut on these guys? Or the door closed? How you ever want to say it? Like,
I don't think it's closed, but it's not wide open.
It's not opening, but it's not.
Yeah,
closed.
it's closing. It's closing.
Now talk about 1 or 2 moves away. I think they are on the doorstep.
And again, this team does not like to go make moves. Like, it's so infuriating.
There must be something in the water out there.
It's a Detroit thing, apparently. They have a culture of losing, and I think when they get too close to winning, they back off because it's scary and new.
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually is a pretty good analogy.
I don't want to break a streak, any type of streak.
They're like, guys, we don't want to trade because we might actually win something, and everyone clutches their pearls.
Yeah, you're over here speaking large facts today. That's
yeah, for real. Like, can we please go get that dude out of freaking Cincinnati and just be done with it so we can stop talking about this?
He's begging.
We're not, because Brad Holmes is loyal to a fault to his homegrown guys. We're not.
Well, this is
We're
what
not.
I'm saying. Please go out and make a fucking move, man, because this is freaking frustrating as a fan.
Yeah, I'm not even, obviously, I'm not a Detroit fan, and it's like the lovable losers. Everyone wanted to see them win last year, and I was banging my head against the wall watching them not make a move, not trade for anyone in the secondary, not trade for any of the D linemen, and there were several available, just standing pat. And then, lo and behold, they did not have a team competitive enough to make a run. That defense was atrocious.
Last year was a good chance.
Yes. And here we are sitting back being frustrated and dropping $10,000 on this team, and it's pissing me off.
Well, and like you said, Richard, shouldn't last year be their lesson to go spend some money
Exactly.
to do something?
Go spend.
They're not, though. They're not. They're just not. We might as well quit talking about it. They're not. They're not.
Well, then
They're
just
not
We'll
gonna
see
win.
it. We'll see another second round exit.
yeah. So
Yeah,
just
they're
know
not
that
gonna
we're
win
not
then.
ever going to win the freaking big game. Then
That's what
They're
I
good
said.
enough. They're good enough to win one playoff game, but after that, they're going to hit a buzzsaw of a real complete team, and it
Or a
won't be
hot
close.
team, a real hot team. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You get somebody that's red hot and they know what they're doing, and it's just you can't
Yeah.
stop it.
And then you get
They'll-
exposed.
the
Yeah.
Red-
Yep, they'll run into the Carolina Panthers on the way to their Super Bowl run this year.
Did
Wait, why are you guys laughing?
you say undefeated Super Bowl run though?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
said.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That
Cool,
sounds
cool,
about
cool.
right.
No doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If they can
Very
get through the
frustrating
Chargers,
as a
Jim
fan.
Harbaugh.
I don't know what the answer is. Go sign some people.
I tell you what, Travis Hunter is looking good
Yeah, he does
just
look good.
already. I don't know what they were thinking about trading that pick away. That's just a perennial talent, and more importantly, it's one of my favorite things in a kid these days with money and NIL. This kid loves ball. Like, you can't put a price on that. Trading that pick away, I think, is going to be a historic mistake.
He's a good kid.
He's
He buys
the
in.
exact opposite of Shador.
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's a solid dude. He loves fishing. I love all this stuff about him. But the one thing I will call him an idiot about is getting married and not having a prenup.
I mean, as 4 men, I think we can all agree we've done some dumb things for that.
Yes, for sure.
Not a stone I can throw from my glass house, gents.
Yeah, that's big facts too.
But we've never been sitting on $100 million either.
Hey, there's no price for it though.
It's all relative. Yeah, it's all relative. We've probably spent our equivalent chasing it at one point.
Yes, I can concur.
But the kid looks good. He's covering one of the premier wide receivers in practice, and he's on them. He's making great catches on the other side of it. He's exciting, man. If Jacksonville had something that resembled a quarterback, they'd probably be a dangerous team this year.
I was just going to say, but he's in Jacksonville, so.
Yeah, he has Trevor Lawrence there, who is just atrocious, but gets every excuse in the world because he's 6'6".
Yes.
Yeah, so Jacksonville will go down in the books right along with the Browns, the Lions. It's just that team that will never win, so kind of sucks for that kid.
Well, I mean, yeah, maybe the Browns will. They're going to run the rare 4-quarterback offense. They're going to have the old Notre Dame box, but they're all quarterbacks in the backfield. You don't know who's going to get it.
And they have the legendary Shador Sanders. So
Yeah. Or Dylan Gabriel, who can throw the ball 20 yards down the field. So that's pretty impressive.
Ain't Dylan Gabriel's like 48 years old. I think he's my age.
Yeah, he's Chris Winky's older brother.
You got to play college ball for 48 years.
Yeah, he's actually given Joe
Super
Flacco
senior.
some lessons on life.
Is the
some
talk
retirement
about
advice.
golf for 2 seconds? Is the Open next weekend?
Yes, open next weekend at Oakmont.
All right.
Oakmont.
Who do you think's going to win this one?
Man, that's tough. I don't know. It's the courses. I've been watching videos, and they got that rough about 4 inches. They were dropping balls in it, and you can't even see it. So I don't know. It's going to be somebody. It's going to be somebody. Somebody's going to get hot, and it has to be a very accurate.
Stay in the fairway.
Yep, stay in the fairways because it's good. There's a lot of trouble. It's not a lot of water and not a lot of trees, but there's
the
a
rough's
lot
gonna
of.
add some strokes.
Did I just read that some
dead.
17-year-old kid just made it?
Yes, yeah, he qualified. Yep.
Saw that.
Yeah, how dope would that be if he made a freaking run?
Yeah,
I
we'll
couldn't
see.
imagine the pressure at that age.
Yeah. I don't see him making the cut, but like I'm like pulling for this kid.
Hey, you never know.
I was gonna say you never know, especially with that sport.
It's golf.
Yeah, I'm not a golfer, but I do have a
You
golf
could
outing
make the cut.
coming up. Let's go.
Yeah, the Open's fun because anyone can qualify. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's cool. But yeah, it's going to be a hard. I don't think. I think the winning score is going to be over par this week.
Really?
Damn.
So
Really?
yeah, I think so, or pretty close to it. We won't be seeing a minus 20 win the tournament for sure.
Yeah, no.
So
right.
yeah, it should be
To the
fun.
bank.
Yep. Take that. So on my DraftKings, I shouldn't be shooting them for the moon here. I'm on a freaking downward spiral with that freaking app, man. Like I haven't.
You need the phone number,
How it
brother.
works.
Yeah, I haven't.
We're gonna
At the bottom of
flash
the
it
app.
at the bottom of the screen.
Hey, let's
Yeah,
be
you need
honest.
the phone number.
Let's be honest. I only bet $2 a freaking bet, but and it's only I'll pick a couple tigers to hit. Make a hit or something.
There's where you're going wrong.
I should.
Yeah, that's
You
your
know,
problem right there.
yeah, it's
Lucky for me, I'm in
Tough.
Alabama and we're still in the 1700s where gambling's illegal, so I can't even do it.
That sucks.
Yeah, man. Well, Jesus doesn't like gambling, so you can't do it in Alabama.
Yep, true.
I'm surprised Tennessee opened it up. To be honest with you, because you can't even buy alcohol on Christmas or Easter. Like it's weird.
I don't want to get into it. Just makes no sense for the state because all people do is drive over to Georgia to buy lotto tickets, or they have their friend in Colorado place bets for them. You're just giving money to other states instead of collecting revenue.
It's against the law in Tennessee to even play bingo.
Really? That's messed up.
Yeah, but they can marry their cousin.
Yeah,
Facts.
for real. Yeah, this Bible bell is weird, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, you guys got anything else before we shut her down? Go Michigan Panthers, man. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bring the championship home.
my Birmingham Stallions are going to crush you. I've been following them closely all year.
I wonder what the tickets are going for that game. And I don't even know where the hell
They pay you. They pay you to go.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
They're probably free, honestly.
Well, I was trying to get a team up there and do a live show from get some media passes.
Probably wouldn't be
Press
difficult.
box.
Yeah.
Well, I can't talk too much shit about this league because we got our kicker from it. So
Yeah, that's true. I think they had a Jake Bates bobblehead too at the Michigan Panthers game.
I'm sure they did.
And I think you'll see another one. I think Rodrigo Blankenship, the old Georgia kicker, has had a crazy year for the St. Louis Battlehawks, and I think you'll probably see him get an NFL tryout this year.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Yep, have a good week.
Talk
See y'all.
Eric talk golf.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys.